Oh, hi Veronica.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Just played tennis. Wow. I play cardio tennis. Isabel, it is so much fun. The music is on really loud,
Yeah.
and everyone's just running and hitting the ball wherever, whatever, with hand, leg, whatever you can,
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be cardio. It's all about running and making your heart pump.
Yeah.
So I hope that we can I hope that I've made myself a little bit tired and it calms me down a little bit. So I
Yeah.
hope we can just like very calm and like a normal chat without overthinking and the mind being like negative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, we are recording,
Yes.
but just that you know that I take confidentiality seriously. And as you know, we have about 30 minutes together.
Yeah.
What specifically would you like to focus on today with the time that we have?
So I do have like a broad topic with that social media. I did write down for myself, where's your line? And I meant that according, what I want to share, what I don't want to share. But really, I think for me today, it's about figuring out how I can do it my way. Just like what feels good with sharing and like what way. I think I'm so focused on Instagram. I think it's just for now it's gonna be Instagram to reduce overwhelm. So I need to reduce overwhelm and procrastination. And I have this sense of like, in order to reduce those procrastination and actually take action, I need to reduce pressure, you know? And I feel like if I stop giving yourself pressure, Veronica, I'm just like, just
Okay.
like, what's the pressure? Like, where does it come from? Oh, because people say that you should post 11 times a week because of something. And I'm like, oh, 11 times a week.
So,
So,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yes, what were you going to say?
Just that I want to have an idea of what works for me and how I can do it consistently my way. Maybe it means that it's not as often, but if it's consistent, at least I would feel better. At least a little bit, I would have a little bit of a momentum and I would keep going.
Okay.
I just like I need this to move forward and like a little bit like painless. Like what's the pain? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So
mm,
you mentioned about social media and consistency as a way to move forward. Am I correct?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
what is
consistent.
does consistency mean to you?
You know what? You know what it means to me? It means to me peace of mind. Yeah, I think there's so much going on in my head, and I certainly have a decision fatigue. Constantly just like, oh, I don't know anymore. To make a decision seems a nightmare. And if I know, like there's a schedule, right? Like so on
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Fridays, you post something, then there's no more decision making. It's just like, now this is the way it is. So I think that consistency, I think I managed to create it with certain things a little bit. And
Mhm.
I think it's deeper, having a lot to do with like my everyday life, like
Yeah.
actually the way I work because I work from home. Everything is kind of like if I don't provide structure for myself, there is no structure. So I'm all over the place. I'm like, sometimes I'm doing this, suddenly I saw that, I dropped this, suddenly I'm reading a book, and I'm like, all over the place. So I think for me, consistency means peace of mind because I just quiet down this overwhelm and it's a little bit like today you're doing this. Look, it's in the
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah.
Today it's social media, yeah.
So what it's about consistency that is important to you now in your life?
I think it's I think it's just hard to work on your own, like be self-employed and try to start your own business.
Yeah.
And And I think it's almost like necessary. Like it's like I'm running like a headless chicken, you know? And it's like how can I run a business if I'm not better organized?
Yeah, yeah,
And especially with the progress, I think we had the course, and that course was a little bit of consistency on those Mondays. And I think it's also something about change. It's like if it's changing too much and everything is changing too much, it's just like I need an anchor. I like
yeah,
the word anchor. I
yeah,
feel like it's just like, I don't know, let's say, so I work every day on my things, but that's messy. There's a lot to work on, right? A
yeah,
lot to work on. Then I walk my dog, I play tennis, and I spend some time with my boyfriend, right? So like, let's say like, there's like, and cook at some point.
yeah,
So let's say there's five things in my life. If I was going to pick one that is consistent, that it's like every day at 11, I don't think any of them is. It's just it's all every day is different. And one Tuesday, and it's not like every Tuesday is the same. No. It's just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
each week is different, each day is different, and it's just like, and I think that's causing a fatigue. I think that's
yeah,
causing overwhelm, fatigue. I think that's I'm sure there's some days are better and some are worse, but I think that's also causing procrastination, it's depending on the day. It's like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
one day I'm productive but running myself crazy.
yeah,
Another day I'm not productive and I feel guilty.
yeah,
So if I could figure this out, maybe I could figure out my business.
yeah, that makes sense. And you mentioned you connected consistency with an anchor. Um,
Mhm.
so how would you know that this was a good session?
Um, if I felt more like I had more clarity
Yeah,
about what I need to do and an idea how to do it,
yeah,
right? Instead of just, yeah, it just feels messy in my head.
yeah,
It's not planned. Maybe we're just talking about planning, really?
yeah.
Mm.
So on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is the place that you would like to be, where do you think you are now, Veronica?
I'm like, if I'm at two,
Yeah.
like because I have a sticky note that says do this and do that on with social media. It's like, oh, I did some planning last week. I've still not touched it. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I do have an idea what I need to learn a little bit. So, okay, let's say it's three at the moment,
Okay.
and I feel like I have an idea what I could be doing, but
Hmm.
it would be great if I could write it down as we speak, to have like
Absolutely. Absolutely.
arrows and be like, look, you do this first, and the next thing you'll move to that. And then
Yeah.
once you've done this, then you'll focus on that and you'll
Yeah, yeah,
publish
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, as you said, you are on a 3.
Yeah.
So, if you are on a 3, there are a couple of things that are working for you. So, what has been helpful so far?
So I think what I've done actually, it's like I brainstormed everything. So in a sense, I think it feels messy because I just needed to get my head around it.
Hmm.
And I think I felt bad for a long time, but I think it's just simply a lot. And it's like not me, and it's not like my fault or my problem. Oh, well, maybe it is my problem, but it's like it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And I think I beat myself up that I'm still not doing anything, but really I think I was just like researching and just like gathering ideas like what could I do, but like how could I do it. And that means like watching lots of YouTube videos, different people, sometimes about business specifically, sometimes about social media specifically, sometimes about like this a key person of influence, or
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
funneling and the
yeah,
marketing, So, and then sometimes I would move very specifically to Instagram, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, but how do I like I have Canva, so then I was like, well, but how do I have Canva and post it on Instagram then? It's like
yeah,
turns out you can connect it, but you can only connect it if Facebook is connected to it. I was like, Facebook? Like what? Why Facebook?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think I was just like, in the dark. And I was like, what is this?
yeah,
What's that? People talk about that. I
yeah,
don't, what
yeah,
is this? And I think, and I actually feel like saying, well, I've done some good work, you know?
yeah,
I think I've just been alone with it. And it's actually great that I kept going somehow.
yeah, yeah,
And I think I'm just slowly getting there to be like, okay, maybe I can pick this and this and that. And for now, I'll just focus on this one. And then later, maybe I'll move to these other two things.
yeah,
But for now, it's just like it has to be this?
yes,
So I think it's been a mess. I've been looking for brainstorming, and now I'm like picking. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's the same with niche. Oh my God, Isabel, the amount of time I spent thinking about what could be my niche.
yeah,
I send myself emails. I speak to ChatGPT and then I copy it and I put it in an email and send it to myself to my work email, the
yeah,
professional email. And it's like recently I sent another email and I'm like, I don't know which email that is with the name niche in it,
yeah,
the subject of the email niche. So I just wrote down niche number 10,
yeah. Can I make an observation?
please.
Because I can see how hard you have been working all this time. And
Yeah.
also, if you don't mind me to share my observation around the brainstorming and then now the funneling. So you have been putting a lot of thought and hard work to this process. Am I correct?
Yes, it's just that when you're in it, it
Yes.
feels so messy. Like I'm only getting to these conclusions now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but that's been going on for months, you
Yes,
know?
yes,
And I'm on my own with this. So I'm like, it's not like my boyfriend is doing the same thing and we understand each other, you
yes,
know? So I feel like now looking back, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not bad. Maybe I've done good work. But
yeah.
it's easy to say it when you look back, connect the dots, right?
That's right.
At
Yeah.
your past. But
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to do it now. You're like, you have no idea where you're going or what you're doing, right? So just, yeah.
So you are reflecting on what you have been doing and recognizing that maybe you have been doing some good work. So you mentioned about the three. So what do you think has been holding you back?
Overwhelm. Overwhelm really, but it's like trying to pick what's good for me,
Yes,
right? I think there's so much advice out there,
yeah,
so much, but sometimes it doesn't apply to me or like it just doesn't sit right with me.
yes,
So I'll hear people say do this, do that, and I'm like, no, like I'm not energized, I'm not motivated, I'm not inspired.
yeah,
So I'm like, I'm not that. And so that's a little bit like what I was saying to you yesterday, like, oh yeah, you're doing your workshop and you're doing it one to one. Yeah, I'm watching, good idea. But I think I would do it differently. What would I do for it to work with for
yeah,
me,
yes, yes,
right?
yeah,
So that's why I think, and I think I felt bad about it for so long, but actually I prefer it this way. It's like there's a difference between, okay, I'm procrastinating and I'm like, I should pick and move on.
yeah,
But also there's a difference if like I'm deciding whether I'm gonna invest like a few thousand pounds on some course to learn how to make online courses, coaching courses, right? It's like
yes,
now there's a lot of money at stake and I do want to make a good decision. And this
yes,
money is a lot for me, right?
absolutely,
So I think
absolutely.
because of that, I've been kind of cautious, yeah.
Yeah,
But I have kind of three options in mind. And I'm like searching these people, and actually, like, I attended some webinars with them and so on, and so I've built some trust. Do I trust this one? Do I trust that? What do I think is best for me now, here, blah, blah, blah. I even had like some phone calls with them because then, like,
Yeah, yeah.
they're like, if you they want you to be their client, you need to go through their funneling, basically,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah,
So I had some phone calls, and now I have a scheduled like workshop. I think it's today actually, or tomorrow, something like that.
yeah.
So it's like I'm narrowing it down, right?
Yes,
There's been
yes.
so much, so much, so much, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, maybe I'll pick between these three. Still don't know which one, but and that's just like a small bit about all those things that I need to do, right? This is just
yeah,
like deciding, okay, I think I'm gonna run an online program. Like I'm sure there's gonna be like 10 different decisions to do with that as
yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
if not million. Right.
Yes. So, if you don't mind me to share against an observation, I can see that again, you have been doing a lot of work, and also you mentioned a couple of times of a lot, the messiness and the narrowing down that you are recognizing and what works for you. So, with the session today being on a three in terms of consistency, with the time that we have, what will be a realistic place at the end that you are moving towards the place where you want to go on a scale of 0 to 10, if you are on a three now?
Well, I think we can go to 7.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So moving towards the seven, what do you think we need to look into more closely with the time that we have?
Well, I talk about this online program
Hmm?
or course, and I have 3 ideas there.
Okay,
So I feel like I've narrowed it down, and I feel like that would give me quite a lot of structure because now I would have something to follow,
okay,
right? Because I would buy something, someone, some advice, don't know which way I will go yet. But one of those that I was considering, it's like support for 12 months, you know?
yes,
It's like that's quite a little bit of like that strategy and that anchor maybe. So that's why I was wondering, like maybe 12-month long anchor for me.
yeah,
Maybe it would help me focus, like go
yeah,
back to
yeah,
like having regular meetings with someone saying, have you done this? Have you done that?
yeah,
And having a
yeah.
little bit of validation from people.
Okay. So
So
you
that's okay.
mentioned, sorry, you mentioned about the online course and this anchor as the 12 month. Am I correct?
Yeah, one of those ideas.
One of those ideas.
Yeah.
So what do you think will be the next tiny step that will move you with the time that we have from a three towards the next, because you wanted the seven? What do you think would be today?
It's the Instagram.
Instagram, okay.
Because I think I've made a decision that I want Instagram and LinkedIn for now. And I think I've made a decision that it's going to be Instagram first. That
Okay.
I'm going to have to wait with LinkedIn. That's going to have to be sorted out another time. Uh,
So when you
mhm.
think about Instagram, what do you think would be the action, the mindset, the thought, or the feeling that will move the needle for you?
Pla No, you know what I want? I want to have a strategy for my Instagram. So I need to brainstorm again, and I need to learn how to like book create posts on Instagram. And so there's a lot of learning that needs to take place, a
Yeah,
lot of video watching, clicking, trying myself and so on. So I feel like The first bit is learning. So I'm writing it as bullet points.
Yeah.
And for Instagram, the first bit is learning, but I need to be not, it has to be more specific. It has to be like pick 3 to 5 videos
Yeah.
max, right? You pick that and that's your learning and you finish that, right? And then, well, maybe analyze if you get everything that you need to have your own strategy.
Yeah.
And well, again, maybe I've done some good work because I found like the YouTubers, I guess their own YouTube channel,
Yeah.
that have it all that I want. And I've searched different people. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. I like this one. I actually like watching it,
Yeah.
right? So that's fine. So I have that, and I have like free PDFs to try to figure this out and so on. So I've actually even downloaded those PDFs. So I'm like, bit by bit, I'm like, okay, I have some free PDFs to fill in, like for the strategy, right?
Yeah.
So learning is first, pick 3 to 5 videos max, then assess what else you might need.
Yeah.
Um, and then but it has to be like, yeah, well. I don't, I need a line, just like if I leave it as says what else you might need, I'm gonna go crazy again. Like I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the perfection is in, and it's like, oh,
Yes.
you also need this, and that, right? Like, no, you don't need that. I already heard this like rich woman on YouTube, and she was like, you don't need to be smarter to be rich. Trust me.
I like that.
And I
And
was like,
I'm
I like
picking, if you don't mind me to share, I'm picking up on your energy, how you feel energized around the strategies you're working on. So if we think about the beginning of the session on being on a 3 and wanting to move the needle because you wanted to move towards a 7,
that.
what are you picking up from this session so far?
Really, that I'm just organizing my thoughts and really I'm just planning, you know? Instead of like showing up every day and be like, oh, what should I do, this, that, or the other? Like there's that plan,
Yeah.
right? Um, so I think in terms of those decisions, it makes it easier because I don't need to make decisions in the morning what I'm gonna be doing because it's already planned,
Yeah.
right? And maybe I need a little bit like as I said, as a path, what I do step by step,
Yeah.
so that today I'm doing this. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. Tomorrow I'll show up and like, have I finished? Yes, okay, what's the next step? But it's already written down, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
And I think it's just this narrow down, that over
Mm.
constantly. I feel like I need to do it constantly. Almost like horses have these things in their eyes. I'm just
Yes,
like,
yes.
please, someone, can you put it on me? Like,
So after the session, when you think about our conversation, what do you think will be helpful so that you narrow down and move towards consistency, as you said?
it would has to be, well, I can do one big planning for now. I can, because I have an idea of all the things that I need to do. But at the same time, it needs to be a little bit more of like routine, of being like, do I do something like that weekly or monthly? Whichever way, maybe it would have to be monthly because all those things take so much time. Don't know. But it feels overwhelming just thinking about it. It brings me back to the software Jira that I was supposed to use. And the software is for productivity, it's for
Yeah.
planning things ahead and ticking it off and so on. But the thing with that is that's another thing to learn how to do, and I need to populate it. So it's like a lot of work
Yeah.
to figure it out before I can actually use it.
Yes. Yes.
And that on its own is feeling overwhelming. And I noticed my boyfriend kept coming to me and be like, "Have you populated it? Have you put
Yeah.
things in?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, I was having coaching sessions today." And like the
Yeah.
next day,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
"Have you done?" I'm like, "No, today I was busy doing this thing." And then one day I was like, "Okay, Ash, I have bad news." He's like, "Well," I'm like, "No, no, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad." He's like, got stressed. He's like, "Don't do that to me." I'm like, "No, no. It's just that I need you to sit down with me
Yeah.
and you write it down in that software. I'll tell you what I need. I'll
Yes.
brainstorm it." But it's almost like I need mental support from him, being like,
Yes.
"That's okay.
Yes.
I'll write an epic story, like some tickets. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
So what kind of any other support that maybe will be helpful to you apart from your boyfriend?
I don't know if there's any other I can. It's just like I feel like uh, apart from things that I can sort out myself, because things like that, I am resourceful enough, I'll figure it out. So this is my boyfriend who's got this knowledge, and I'm like,
Yeah.
give me your knowledge, help me
Yes.
with this, right? All the other things are still on YouTube and bloody everywhere, so I can acquire that information, and I'm a great learner, right? So I'll keep
Yeah.
learning. But I think it's like if I needed something really good, it would be like some sort of mentoring. So I'm
Yes.
like, with this online course, I'm not even sure if that's enough. Like, I'm almost considering if I just had, I think that it's just gonna come with the business. If I'm finally a little bit more successful and keeps going, I would invest in a mentor to actually have
Yeah.
someone I talk to. I don't know if they would be, I think they would be like helping me with the business side of things, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Like,
you
like, like the
mentioned,
business model and marketing and
yeah,
stuff
that
like that.
makes sense. So you mentioned about your boyfriend considering mentoring over the line in terms of to move forward. What do you think might get in the way? Because you already have a couple of good ideas to move the needle or where you want to go. What do you think might get in the way, Veronica?
I think it's just me. I have this book that's called The Mountain Zoo. And it's almost like I feel like every day I'm like, oh my God, I'm just my own. Just, I don't know. What would they say? Oh, I don't know. The mountain. It's just like I'm just battling my own mind, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I see it in tennis, I see it everywhere. It's like, and I think the main contributor is that impatience.
Mm,
But I do not know what to do with it. It's just the way I am.
yes,
I have no idea what to do with it. I'm just like, I start doing things and I think they're gonna be easy and I'm just gonna do it so quickly. And then it turns out that I can't. It's like I set up myself for disappointment, but I do that with everything. And I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, well, I don't know. It's just so, I think I think what could get in the way is holiday and losing track of when I come
Mm-hmm.
back. And I have this strategy that I used in the past at work. The idea is I don't leave work in a mess.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
organize work before I leave.
yeah,
So if that means two sticky notes with bullet points of what I need to do,
yeah.
something that it's gonna be like I'll come back and I'll be in my head in the jungle.
Yes. It's almost
And
like
I'll
the anchor to
Yeah, yeah,
bring you
yeah. And it's
back.
gonna be here, stuck to the desk,
Yes.
and it's gonna be like, watch this video first. Number one, Monday, watch it. Forget the rest.
Yeah.
Tuesday, watch the other, or like actually read the book to relax. But just like something very specific, very small, not overwhelming, but at the same time having strategy. Right, so
Absolutely.
maybe I need to populate that Jira thing. Then it's online in a software, just like somewhere, visible and organized. And then just have like maybe three bullet points for the first three
Yeah,
days.
yeah, yeah. So we start a conversation about consistency, and you said you were on a 3. So where do you think you are now?
Um, close to se I feel like it's 6, but it's only because the session is quite short and
Mm,
I've not had a chance to actually write it down.
yeah,
But I think really I need to get it out of my head onto a piece of paper or software,
yeah.
both. And it's gonna get to like 7 and 8 of like in terms of organization and planning and having that kind of
Mm,
anchor, you know?
yes. Yeah, you
Yeah.
mentioned a couple of times of having an anchor. So what do you think is the big takeaway from today?
Really, the biggest takeaway in all this, it's trust the process. But it's like for me, it's like almost impossible. Like it's, yeah, easy to say when you look back. It's so easy to say. When you're in it, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I need to, maybe I need to get accustomed to running around like headless chicken and be like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, am I running? Yeah. Am I doing a million things at the same time? Yeah, it's fine.
Yes,
That's
yes,
how it should be.
yes, yes, yes,
And sometimes I did hear Stephen Bartlett, so he would have like entrepreneurs on his podcast and they would have a chat. And he did say something like, it should be messy. It is going to be messy. And I think in the past I didn't get that. I think I didn't.
yeah,
And I think it's just like, I'm like, maybe this is normal. Like, just maybe. And I'm slowly like, it sounds like he knows what he's talking about, right? Like, so I'm like, okay, Veronica, maybe this is normal. So how do I normalize running like headless chicken? Right? I'm like, well, maybe anchor myself, but in a different way. Maybe the anchor yourself with that regular meditation in the morning.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe more than once a day. Maybe I should do it 3 times a day.
Yes,
You
yes,
know, maybe I should be like, hey, you're gonna do it at 8 a.m. before breakfast or after whatever works, right? Then maybe I'll do it at 2 p.m. and then at maybe 8 p.m. or maybe even later before I go to bed, right? So
yeah,
to calm down almost like consistently
yes.
to normalize running like headless chicken. And like in between, I'm like, okay, man, still no idea what I'm doing. Just do something, do something. It's
Yeah.
like 2 p.m. I'm like, hmm.
Oh,
I know we're over time, but like,
no, but I think I have to celebrate how much work you've done in a short period of time of understanding yourself, recognizing you have been doing a lot of hard work. So I just want to celebrate you for what you've done in a short period of time with this session. And
yeah, it
I'm
was
really
useful.
excited about, your business. So I just want to celebrate you for that.
Thank you. It still feels hard.
Yeah,
But I do like the idea with do like the idea with normalizing something that maybe I don't know. I just maybe I did it again. I thought it was gonna be easy, and it turns out
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not that easy, right?
yeah,
I also wrote down this visual structuring, what I need to do, but
yeah,
visually. So I have this some sort of path, something, or those tickets in that Jira. I don't know yet. I think there are different options that you're gonna have like a timeline, I think, and
yeah.
it shows you like boxes. Um, I hope I can make it visual, so my brain is like, look, this green box today.
Is this a good place to end?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So thank you very much for today.